Hello everyone! True to form, like I said, we are going to start the recording up when we begin our next game day, and it just hit now. What's so funny, silly?
I was just laughing at more of the patch notes from yesterday from the April Fool's thing. Alright, we're here now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Level.
Oh right, Level. This guy is like the gatekeeper, man.
Yes. Alright, Level. Dinotron. Okay, Level. Come to shoot the breeze again, Miro. Let me ask. Know anything about all the strange reports we keep getting? What do you want to say?
I don't know. What is he supposed to know?
Strange? Can you be more specific?
Let's do that.
Well, Yarsha Weald and Sanders Caverns were never really great vacation destinations to begin with, but lately it's gotten worse. Unidentified beasts are prowling all over, killing pioneers and support staff indiscriminately. Then came the miasma. Unearthly gales, winds piercing the skin like daggers, choleric miasmas choking the land. It's terrible out there, Miro. Just terrible. Adoulinians grew up being taught to fear the forest, so it shouldn't come as such a surprise. But I'd be lying if I said I hadn't been blindsided. And it's not just me. The entire coalition's whipped into a frenzy because nothing we think of helps. Doesn't matter if you're above ground or sulking in the caves. Pioneering is all-encompassing, and without a proper countermeasure, our hands are tied. Only things have gotten worse since Melvian's passing. Even the leathery one hasn't been the same. Some days back, she went to some convocation of the 12 orders up at the castle, and when she returned, her face was white as a sheet, and she's remained clammed up ever since. Land shivers, mysterious deaths, quiet masters. What's Adoulin coming to? Tell me, Miro. Tell me things will come out all right. What do you want to say?
Let's see. Of course they will.
All right. Phew. Hearing you say that almost makes me believe it. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen RCL around here recently. You been keeping tabs on her? You gotta bring some joy to her face. Her smile fills my heart with hope.
I've never seen her in any of these cutscenes with him, so what is he talking about?
Alright. Go to the castle gates and speak to Plo Trishback. Alright, we have to go talk to Plo again.
So apparently if you get Aymerich's outfit on the Mog Station, you also get his haircut.
Interesting.
Which sucks, because we can't get that as female characters.
Oh man, in PvP yesterday, Eastern Adoulin, Castle Gates. In PvP yesterday, I kept getting an astrologian who kept healing up the people that I was healing, so my team, when they showed up, I just switched to the Astro and kill them. But
Nice.
he was wearing the Aymeric outfit, and I ended up just saving my limit break and killing him with it over and over again.
That's how you do it.
Ah, fucking Astro. Anyway, Plo Trishback.
I'm ready. I have specific instructions not to let any without proper authorization pass.
What do you want to say?
I just want to see Arciella.
Alright.
You must leave.
So rude.
Oh, dejected. Miro, don't go just yet. I had to go through the official script back there, but I've got something for you. From the princess. Dark days may lie ahead for Adoulin, but I've watched the princess grow from babe to young woman, and know you can help her now more than any of us. Please, we're counting on you. Next game day.
Hastily scribbled note. We're on chapter 5 now, silly.
Nice.
Examine the hasty scribbled note in your temporary items. Okay, so let's go do that.
Okay.
Oops, no, temporary key items. No, I don't want to view house. There we go. Though the envelope is delicately sealed with wax in the shape of a swallow, the letter inside contains but 2 words. The port.
Are we going on a date?
It appears we are, because she's requesting we meet her at the port.
Yusuf's gonna be jealous.
Where's Yusuf been?
I don't know, man. Hope he's doing okay. So, what is our usual method of getting there? Eastern Adoulin, Scouts Coalition?
Western Adoulin, and we're going to go to Adoulin Waterfront.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Unless you still haven't gotten that one.
I have that one. What do you think this is?
You're missing
What
waypoints?
do you think I am? I have all the waypoints.
Yeah. You have all the waypoints now.
For everywhere. I've always had them.
Alright.
Alright. I'm here.
We're
Where
going
are
to
you?
go talk to the Sunset Beacon. It's that, like, wall over here that we just beacon carefully. Sunrise Beacon. Here we go. Are you ready for this?
Go.
Alright. Miro! Well, with the commotion at the castle, I knew it'd be best if we met here. Surely the news have reached your ears too? The rumors about Adoulin, or what news?
I don't know. Do we know?
Let's say the rumors about Adoulin.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Luckily, I have access to the closed stacks at the Selenial Memorial Library, thanks to our previous dealings with them. And I've spent many days and nights toiling over the tomes, cross-checking those rumors with past records. I've discovered that there is reference to the Sumerian adherents, the followers of Hades. The coven in past ages was accompanied by toxic miasmas, blades of winds, and the sullying of the land. Those must be the Xol triumvirate that's unsettled Sajaka. Surely you haven't forgotten what the sadistic clown Balamur introduced himself as? The Deathborne Xol? That must mean he's one of the triumvirate, right? And then there was that ominous passage after he vanished in the Rollaway. Those who heeded his call and swore allegiance to his cause will soon awaken. I'm worried, Miro. 2 locations in particular have been singled out as particularly menacing in recent days: Certus Caverns and Yorsha Weald. If we interpret the sullying of the land as Balamor and his minions, then that leaves the remaining 2 Xol. One for the toxic miasma, and one for the blades of wind. The rumors, fragmented as they are, match up perfectly, but the library's historical works are likewise incomplete, and I fear I'm exhausting all available resources. But there is someone on our side, a hero who was there to witness it all. Morimar or Sajaka, silly, who do you want to say?
I don't know.
Morimar.
Morimar.
That's right. One of the founding king's generals has been seen the forces of evil face to face. If anyone can help us, it's him. So that's our next destination, Mount Camir. All right.
Good job, everyone. I mean, by everyone, I mean Miro.
We gotta go to the Alpine Trail at age 5, so I think we can just take the home point. If I remember correctly, that was pretty close. Well, since we're near a waypoint, we can just grab the waypoint to Biovac 3.
Okay. Mount Camir Biovac 3.
Camir Drifts, Biovac 3.
Mount Camir. Don't tell me what things are called. How could you possibly know that?
Nomus, if you're still there, did you play Seekers of Adoulin? Or is this new for you as well? This is all new for us, that's why we suck at it. Well, one of the many reasons. I will attribute that as the main reason. Alright, off we go. Oh, okay, so this is probably interesting for you to see then. Have you looked it up on YouTube or anything? So leave behind me there. There, it's on his car. crawler mount.
Underneath you.
I should be able to just pick your crawler up in my talons and fly off.
Yeah.
What? I was nowhere near that. Rude. Did you play during the era when trusts were introduced, or were you before that time? Because trusts have definitely made the game a lot easier for solo play and for playing with just one other person like Sully and I do.
Apparently there's a 60 FPS unlocker for this game that you can download.
Yeah, I saw that, but I don't really think it matters too much. It's mostly clear on my stream, so.
Yeah, I'm like looking at like, as we ride through, I'm looking for ways to like make my game look as good as yours does.
What are your thoughts on
family.
the trusts? Yep. On trusts and other new aspects they brought out. This path leads to Mount Camere. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, cutscene. Of course, of course. Okay. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Should we have been invited to this gathering? Asiela and Mira, we've been waiting for you. Before we get started, I owe you an apology. An apology? For what? For the whole Hades deal. It was that bastard this whole time. I should have known. But if you'd known about him now, then... Or if you know about him now, then what does that mean? Yeah, I found out while you were gone. While dealing with the whole Melvian incident in Lethalia, the World Tree brought forth vivid images in my mind. I can still feel him. And all this time I had ignored what was right in front of me. Cursed a lot of them. My mind blanked out, not for a second, but for minutes. To think. Sajaka regained his former strength, and the World Tree came back to life. And then Hades. That cursed fool came back too. I'd sooner rake my hands on the hot coals than let it happen, but it was too late. But our problems don't stop there. No, I'm here because of the Xol Triumvirate. Then I can spare you the long explanation and content myself that you're aware of the disaster they bring about by serving their foul master.
The easterly winds have shifted, young ones, heralding the revival of his malicious decadence. Calling it an ill portent would make mockery of the sacrifices August and his generals made, that we all made. But we have yet to bear witness to breaches in the jungle's integrity itself, indicating that neither Hades nor his servants have crested in power.
But Sajaka, the things have already begun to...
No, Princess. They have not. If they were to fully awaken, the land would split in twain, choking tendrils dragging pioneers into a bottomless crevasse. No. What you see now is merely a foreshadowing of what is to come.
But we're not exactly sitting pretty here either.
You speak truthfully.
The reason why we've come, to seek your wisdom and experience against your old foes.
Balamor. That name is not familiar to me. And you believe he is the most recent incarnation of the Undying Horde's leader?
Let's leave that one alone for now. Just forget about him? If what you said is true, he'll probably be content to sit on the sidelines and let it all play out as long as we don't make any sudden moves. He'll look from his little perch, laughing at how our actions cause the stage to revolve. He thinks we're puppets, dancing around for his own pleasure. And the few immediate threats we've got to deal with, the better. And what's this about Grand Gungnil idiots already writing his script when the characters have their own ideas for how things will shake out? We got two left to deal with, assuming they're the same as they were before then. The first, Docmac, is the brash Xol. He, the toxic miasma. And then there's the one who commands forked lightning and blades of wind, Ashrak, the Duskbrood Xol. And if your rumors are true, Princess, then that's exactly who we're dealing with. But then again, now that we're dealing with this Balinor figure, I wouldn't bet my axe on it. Does it even matter in the end? We gotta put them out of their misery regardless of whether they're the fiends I remember. I'd hoped it was my time to pass on quietly into the night, but as long as they're here, you've got me by your side.
And I shall lend my aid as well, now that I have recovered.
Not you, Sajaka. Not yet. We might have gotten your scales back and ditched that old curse, but you're in no condition to go sharpening your talons on those two. You gotta get stronger, old friend. Hades is coming back, and we'll need you now more than ever. You were there, that unholy battleground where our comrades... Leave the triumvirate to us and get yourself ready.
Perhaps that is for the best. Your hands have proven capable more than once.
Okay, time to fly. So where are we going?
Just literally sprouts wings.
Oh, I guess I left that little detail out. Lefalia, where else? The best way to understand the Force is to hear it from the Queen herself.
So, this whole mention of a Grand Guignol is really interesting. It's a great reference because basically what that was like in the around the time of the early 1900s in Paris, there was this theater that put on these shows of like extreme, very supposedly for the time lifelike and violence, where like it looked like people were getting like decapitated or arms getting cut off or tortured and like all sorts of things, and like people would go and like apparently it was so realistic to the people who were going to see it that like people used to pass out from watching it, and that like just drew people to go see it more. It was like super popular for a while, and then like a lot of things happened. But
so it's kind of like that show that caused epileptic seizures in Japan and people kept wanting to go see that because they didn't believe it to be true, and then it would happen to them.
I guess maybe.
I feel like it's a similar concept.
Yeah.
But I had no idea that was a real thing. But then again, you have a music background, so I assume you guys touched on theater and such a little bit too, right?
Wait, what?
I said you have a master's in music, so I assume you guys touched on theater and such a bit too, right?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't learn much about the Grand Guignol or anything. My brother knew more about that than I did. But
what did your brother study?
Theater.
Okay, that makes sense then.
And acting and stuff. So, but I actually also listened to a podcast about it like not too long ago. Also, it was pretty interesting. Yeah. It's crazy that like that kind of thing would like go on, and then like people would go and see it, like even back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, and it's kind of neat that they reference it here too.
Yeah, like they're always like bringing stuff into these games that are like very relevant and like also obscure references, you know. All right, Lefalia. How do we get there? What's the best way?
Probably in East Ulka. Lefalia, yeah.
Oh, that's cheating.
Remember, we picked up the home plate here.
It's cheating.
Alright, and then we want to click the aged stump again. There we are. There's a goblin here. That's weird. Alright, click on the stump.
Let's do that.
I'm pretty sure you were the voice of the queen. I assume that's you.
Maybe. Come, world tree.
Do you hear it too, Miro?
Miro doesn't answer. Your presence here is most welcome.
Rosalacia, is everything?
I no longer have a corporeal form, Princess. I hope you do not find me overly ghastly. The bonds that we share, when they are close, I retain some semblance of my former self. The World Tree's roots have kept me keenly aware of the incidents occurring throughout the land, and so, too, do I see the reason for your arrival. Forces of the deep that your storied hero sealed away are breathing anew. Their slumber was to be eternal, but the calamity has come full circle. Our mother tree kept the darkness at bay, purging evil as it emerged and preserving the sanctity of the forest.
Then it really was the World Tree that protected us all these long years. As we always suspected.
But her strength is not without its limits. You may think it a grand flood, but in due time it will wane to a mere trickle. And soon I will join with Mother. Her life will be mine, and mine hers. I have but precious moments to communicate with you.
So we'll never see you again?
You will. Our bonds will keep us close, always. The same way I am always with your founder, King. Keep my palm safe, Miro, and let it protect you during your hour of need. We are all able to stand here this day because of the sapling you helped bring to revive Mother. Remember August. Remember the sacrifices he made to seal away the maladies afflicting this realm. It is now your turn to do the same. Fulfill your charge, Miro. Oboka needs you. This will guide you to the source. Find it, Miro, and should you go astray, we will be here to light your path.
Now we know what we gotta do and how to get there, so let's crack some skulls. Huh, sounds convincing when I say it. But the Xol Triumvirate are more than those umbrals we flattened back in Woe Gates. If you approach it like any old foray, maggots will be peeling your skins off the walls. The predecessors of what you call the 12 Orders, over half of them gave their lives just to contain the threat. But they are the city's most fabled legends. Legends are a pretty thing, Princess, but reality is always much more grim. Darkmak might be the worst. The Zoldef River over the foray to Henetiel wasn't always so noxious. Where his hand touched, the water stagnated and infested. How can we hope to fight against such an abomination? Nature has a way of fighting back, and so do we. Even now, it struggles against the poison, and utilizing its potency to fight. How would it... think? Henna bloom leaves. In its own twisted way, the jungle has wrought life from the grip of death. Those plants have held on for centuries, never once succumbing. The secret to resisting Darkmat's corruption lies there. So we can use the flowers to... You got it. That'll be your task. Gather as many as you can so we can figure out how best to use them. Miro and I have other stuff to be doing. And as we don't have the manpower to do it ourselves, I'll do it. Thanks, Princess. We're counting on you. I'll go back, Miro. I know you and Mama can handle it. Stay strong.
Princess, be mindful of the toxins in the ground. The last thing we need is to lose you.
I got this pungent feeling in my stomach. Did your lunch not agree with you? You got bricks for brains? That whole henna bloom deal was just a fuss. I can't have her going out to fight the Xol Triumvirate. We gotta put him down before she figures it out, or else she'll be furious with us. Things are different when they were during my time. I can't tell how things will play out, but putting her in the same situation as August was in is unthinkable. I know your little leafkin, Yignis, is chomping at the bit too, but we can't let the city's most vital figures pass now, like they did then. August's bloodline has survived to this very day. Would be dark times for us if it got stomped out now. And well, what can I say? I've got a soft spot for the youngin'. One time, when she was a bit younger, she got lost in the woods and I sat by her side as she slept, keeping her safe. When she was young? I thought you'd have heard. When she was barely came up to her father's waist, she escaped from the castle when her maidservants weren't looking, causing who knows how much commotion back in town. That's how Adoulin and I met her. It wasn't too terribly long, but I'd never dealt with children before. We were in over our heads, weren't we, Adoulin?
The memories taste of both sweetness and sorrow.
When we said our goodbyes, I asked a few someones I knew to make her forget about our meeting, and forget she did. They complained the whole time, but they sure did their job well. Just don't let her get back to the princess, you hear? Well then, we'd better get started. Let's split up and tackle him head on. I'll head to the Ursha Wheels where Ashrackle will be lying in wait. Darkulin, you take care of Doc Mac over at Certus Caverns.
Consider it done.
With you by our side, Mira, those fiends will rue the day they awoke to terrorize us once more. For the World Tree! For Albulka!
Here's my question.
Wow.
How old are these people?
Well, this guy's got to be like a couple thousand years old.
Yeah. I mean, well, how long ago was this nation established? Like,
Apparently,
it
1,000
seems
years
like,
ago.
So, like, Arciela isn't the daughter of August.
No,
She's
descendant.
like a descendant.
Yeah. So what I'm gathering is
Why is he able to live for so long?
this guy. I don't know. They never really said. All right. So we need to go to Certus Caverns first, I guess. Okay. So. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm not sure how to beat this guy. That's coming up, but we're gonna go to Certus Caverns. So let's use the Ogrel conveyor that we unlocked.
By being awesome, that's not.
So we're gonna go back to West Adoulin, home point 1, and we'll hit the telepoint. Anime Gamer is apparently waiting for us there.